Hey there, hi there, ho there, it's Jeff Carter Diamond welcoming you to another Stone Cold Hockey Tournament. We've got the 93-94 New York Rangers still up there. They're 6-4-2. They have a 3-game winning streak on the line against the New Jersey Devils on Halloween night. And the Devils don't have those Halloween jerseys. So Mike Richter starts against Marty Brodeur. Brodeur alongside Chris Terry and Peter Sidorkiewicz are the goalies for the Devils. Richter and Healy for the Rangers. Rangers have Adam Graves, Mike Gartner, Mark Messier, Brian Leach, Alex Kovalev, Esa Tikin, and Sergei Natimov. Steve Larmer, Tony Monte, Sergei Subov, Jeff Bookboom, Kevin Lowe, Greg Gilbert, Mike Hudson, Alex Karpatsev, Nick Kiprios, Ed Olszczuk, Jay Wells, Darren Turcotte, Joe Kosher, James Patrick. Now, of course, these will be the Masters that start the 93-94 season, because obviously we know about Matto, Anderson, Noonan, and McTavish coming over in trades at the deadline. The Devils have John McClain, Stefan Richer, Valery Selpukin, Bill Guerin, Tom Shorsky, Corey Millen, Bernie Nichols, Scott Stevens, Kitchener, Claude Lemieux, Bobby O'Leek, Alex Umack, Randy McKay, Scott Niedermayer, Bobby Carpenter, Bruce Driver, Jim Dowd, David Emma, Mike Peluso, Tommy Abeline, Yarrow Modry, Slava Fatizov, Ken Danico, Ben Hankinson, Jason Smith, and Chris Terreri. Alright, so anyway, here we go. First play is at the 18-minute mark. Battle, agitator. And a chance. Subov actually had a chance before being hit, but he missed. At the 12-minute mark, battle control defense, action. No shot by Jim Dowd. At the 7-minute mark, battle control defense, and action, and a chance, score! Wouldn't you know it? It's Scott Stevens. People are going to hate me for singing this, but Kitchener! His first goal of the season from Claude Lemieux, my buddy Bill Lang's favorite player now, and Slava Fatizov. So it's 1-0 Devil Dogs. 4 minutes left. Battle. Aggression. And a penalty on the Rangers. Boom. He laid the boom down and got a 2-minute call. Power play for the Devils. And a chance. Oh, McLean. Johnny McLean had a chance. And another chance. Oh, Richer had a chance. And he flubbed it. Final moments of the first period, and a penalty on the Rangers for Greg Gilbert, 2-minute call. And Shorsky had a chance, but the Devils with a 1-0 lead. Scott Stevens from Claude Lemieux and Slava Fatizov. So the Devils are trying hard to take down the Rangers. They're still on the power play. Shorsky had a chance, but they killed the zone. So the Rangers have had 2 power plays against them, and fortunately have done nothing wrong. Defense. Action. Kovalev. The goalie's rattled, and Kovalev, he's rattled. At the 10-minute mark, defense. Action. Chance. Turcotte had a chance to score, and he missed. Timing, 8 minutes left. Battle again. Aggression. And the Rangers go back to the penalty kill as Kovalev is boomed for 2 minutes. Power play for the Devils. Score! Oh man, power play goal. Guess who? Scott Stevens. Kitchener. From Selapukin and Johnny McClain. So, Scott Stevens. Ranger killer? I think so, as Sean McCaff has said. 4 minutes left. Battle control. Defense. Action. Chance. Oh, Messier had a chance, but the Devils stopped him. Last play of the second period. Chance. Oh, Messier again had a chance. Man, Berdeur's playing lights fucking out. And the Devils have a 2-0 lead. Scott Stevens has been the only reason why the Devils have been so good, scoring both goals. He hadn't scored a goal all campaign. Ready in the game? Devils on the power play. No, Guerin is off, so the Rangers have a chance to score. Yeah, they do! Adam Graves, the 6th for the year. From Jeff Bookboom. By time, he had an assist. And Sergei Subov. So the defenseman gave Graves a cross-ice pass, and it's 2-1. Now with 9 minutes left, battle control. Defense. Action. There. Oh, and Guerin had a chance, but the Rangers stopped him. 7 minutes left. Battle, control, defense, action. Score! It's Beads again! His second of the night, 7th for the year. Kovalev and Subov. Sergei Subov is a pretty good passer. 2-2 tie. Now with 3 minutes left. Battle, aggression, and a chance. Oh, Devils with a pair of hits. And Claude Lemieux almost put it in, but it's not there. 2 minutes left. Battle again. Both teams with a hit. And that will be it. End of regulation with Adam Graves. I don't know why they didn't give me the scoring report. Yep, Graves in the third period at 6:43 from Bukaboom Zubov, and then at 12:50 from Kovalev and Zubov. So you see all the penalties: roughing for Bukaboom, cross-checking Gilbert, roughing for Kovalev, and Guerin for slushing. So it's 2-2. So unlike the current NHL, you lose in overtime, you get 0 points. You get nothing. Good day, sir. You can play for a tie, though. Will they play for the tie? Score! With 40 seconds, Bill Guerin and the Devils win the game in overtime 3-2. Rangers were like, woo, how? Jim Down and Claude Lemieux with the assists on that one. But Bill Guerin makes it 3-2. The Devils win. They're now 6-2-2. The Rangers dropped to 6-5-2. No points for overtime loss. So Brodeur beats Richter. Scott Stevens from Claude Lemieux and Slava Fetisov at 12:32 of the first period. Second period, power play goal by Stevens from Selkugan and McLean. And then Graves with a pair of goals to tie it at 2. Subov with a pair of assists, Boo, 1. And then Guerin from Down and Claude Lemieux. So 2 assists from Lemieux today. And the Rangers give up the lead in the division. I would be pissed too. Flyers lost in overtime, 5-4. It's Dominic Russo, the immortal Dominic Russo, lost to Eddie Belfour. And the Blackhawks are 6-7. I'm surprised. Overtime goal by Darren Kimball. Remember him? I thought so. From Michel Goulet. There was a lot of fights. Deneen and Kimball fought. And then Lindros and Wilkinson fought. Brandamore and Russell fought. And then Magunas and Cam Russell. So lots of fighting. 4 fights. Flyers had goals by Mark Recchi, Craig Hogwood, Brett Fedek, and Yves Racine. The Blackhawks, Jeremy Roenick, Brian Noonan again, and Jeremy Roenick. And that's all for the rivals. The Rangers obviously should be given the day off. My beloved Toronto Maple Leafs losing to the Cowboys. The star 6-4. Potvin loses to Andy Moog. Nikolai Borshevsky, Bill Berg, Jamie McCallum, and Wendell Clark for Toronto. Dallas, Mike Modano, Shane Churla. Didn't know he was a goal scorer. Dave Gagne, Brett Gilchrist, Mike Modano again, and Dave Gagne for good measure. So the Leafs are not doing so hot. Next major game, they will be waiting. They have a couple days off. In November 2nd. Flyers and Panthers had to tie 2-2 as Soderstrom came in and tied Mark Fitzpatrick. Flyers had Craig Hogwood score 2 goals with Mike Huh and Jesse Belanger for the Panthers. I don't know if Mike Huh was a Kitchener Ranger. I feel like he was. I think he was. I have to look it up. Sorry. One ticky-took. I believe Mike Hood was a Kitchener Ranger. He has to be. Sorry for the pause. Pregnant pause. Yeah, he played 13 years in the NHL, but was he a Kitchener Ranger? He was drafted by Quebec. Oh yes, he was. He was part of the 1982 Kitchener Rangers that won the Mem Cup. Okay, good to know. Mike Hood was a Kitchener Ranger. Alright, Cupcakes won 8-5 over Vancouver. McLennan beat Kay Whitmore. The immortal Kay Whitmore. The guy that Vancouver coveted so much they decided to trade. No, that the Rangers traded John Van Beesbroek to Vancouver so that they can unprotect Van Beesbroek in the expansion draft, not Kay Whitmore. It was 5-2 Cupcakes after 2 periods. Derek King, Benoit Hogue, Derek King, Pierre Turgeon, and Steve Thomas. After 2 periods, Vancouver had Pavel Bure score twice. But in the third, the Islanders got Steve Thomas, Ochik for Vancouver, Courtnall for Vancouver, Bure for Vancouver, by Benoit Hogue with a pair of goals to seal a hat-trick. Quebec beat Tampa. Pittsburgh losing to San Jose 6-3 as Irving beats Dobson. What the hell? You put that guy in net? Pittsburgh had goals by Rick Tocchet, Kevin Stevens, and Jaromir Jagr. Pitt, San Jose, Todd Ellick, Sergei Makarov, Jamie Baker, Jeff Norden, Todd Ellick, and Sergei Makarov. Alright. November 3rd, the Rangers are playing the Canucks in what would be a Stanley Cup preview. Richter in net against Kirk McLean. No Kay Whitmore for this one. Canucks are taking this seriously. And now the Canucks have Pavel Bure, Trevor Linden, Jeff Corno, Cliff Roney, Gino Ojek, Murray Craven, Sergio Momesso, Jyrki Lume, Greg Adams, Jose Charbonneau, that's his name, Daniel Merson, Dixon Ward, Yuri Slager, Dane Jackson, Dave Babbage, John McIntyre, Tim Hunter, Dan Casa, Robert Dirk, Gerald Didick, Adrian Plasek, and Evgeny Nemesnikov. I thought Vladimir Nemesnikov was the only one with the name Stinkov. Guess not. Alright, see what the Rangers do in this game. Battle, agitator, and the Rangers will be lucky. It's a penalty on Tim Hunter. He's known as a goon, if you sense. Power play chance for the Rangers. Leach had a chance. Brian Leach had a chance and he flubbed it. Fuck. 9 minutes left. Battle control defense. Action. No shot as Bure is held in check. Rangers going for the juggler and a chance. A save. Jeff Bukaboom had a chance to score with the boom, but he fucked it up. With 6 minutes left, there's a battle. Both teams with a hit. 4 minutes left. Battle control defense. Action. Rangers will be on the PK. It's Olchek. Heave ho. Let's go. Vancouver with a chance on the power play. Another penalty, and it's Mike Hudson for 2 minutes. Damn it, Rangers. This could be a goal. It is a goal. Power play, and Yasu. Yes, that's him. Pavel Bure from Jyrki Lume and John McIntyre. So Pavel Bure, his 16th. I think he's leading the goal scoring race by a lot. 16 goals in, this is number 12 for Vancouver. Nice. And Pavel Bure had a chance to score the second power play goal. Not happening. Bure at with 2:43 left scores from Lume and McIntyre, and the Rangers have to play catch up again. They almost did it last time. They almost won the game. So here we go. 18 minutes. Battle. Aggression. And an injury in a sense. Rangers, Tony Amonte off for 2 minutes. And the Canucks have lost a defenseman, I think. Power play chance. Linden had a chance. And he flipped it. So good news for the Rangers. He's back on the ice. Now we have 11 minutes left. Battle. Rangers go back to the PK. Larmer this time goes off for 2 minutes. Yikes. Power play chance for Bure? No. Well, the Rangers killed out that segment. That's good. Time. Now with 3 minutes left. Control. Defense. Action. Tikkanen had a chance, but the Canucks stopped him. A boring second period. Unless you want to count the power play chances that the Canucks thought they had, but they didn't. As the Rangers are down 1-0. Headed to period numero 12. 60 minutes left. Control. Defense. Action. Score! Yasu! Pavel Bure, his 17th from Ronning. And the Rangers are really fit to be tied. Pavel Bure is tied them in knots. Well, last game Scott Stevens scored 2 goals. Now it's Pavel frickin' Bure. Ranger fans are pissed off. Action. Rangers deliver a hit. Now battle. Aggression. And now the Rangers will go to the box. It will be Graves. So again, the Rangers are going to the box. Canucks are not getting penalized. Cornell had a chance, but no shot. And they get the power play goal. Greg Adams from Yuri Slager. In real life, Greg Adams scored in Game 1 of the Stanley Cup Finals in overtime. So that guy makes it 3-0. Oh yeah, Greg Adams also sunk the Leafs in real life in the conference finals that year. Fuck. Although the Leafs probably would never have done that. Ranger fans are leaving by the bunches. And Steve Larder goes back to the box. How many freaking penalties have the Rangers taken? Burry missed a chance for the hat trick. And a chance, oh, a save off Murray Craven for her flyer. And again a goal. Trevor Linden puts it in his third. And guess who got an assist? Pavel Bure. 2 goals and 1 assist. Gino Ojek even got an assist. So that's just the straw that broke the Rangers back. They're down 4-0. They couldn't even fucking beat Kirk McLean. And that will do it. The Vancouver Canucks give the Rangers a shellacking. 4-0. Hopefully this will stop the Rangers' woes. Rangers went to the... Oh, yeah, the Canucks did go to the box, Tim Hunter. But 6 straight power play chances by the Canucks. 2 goals, though. Ostrek for tripping, Hudson for roughing, Amante for tripping, Larmer for interference, Graves for hooking, and Larmer for roughing. So, no Ranger goals. Kirk McLean, the hero, as Bure scores 2 goals and an assist. Man, Bure almost has 3 times as many goals this season as he has assists. 17-6 ratio. No other Canuck got a point, right? I got 2 points. Lots of points, but yeah, the Canucks did it 4-0. That's all to play today. Pittsburgh crushes the tar out of Buffalo 7-1. Barrasso takes down Grant Fuhr. Get Hasek in net. Yuri Himmelef, the only Buffalo goal. Pittsburgh. Martin Straka, Kevin Stevens, Jaromir Jagr, Martin Straka, Dave Brown. I think that's Dave Brown. I don't know. The D Brown. Martin Straka and Jaromir Jagr. So Jagr with 2, Straka with a hattie. Devil Dogs went to Los Angeles and lost 200. Terrari went in net and lost to the Kings with Kelly Rudy. Devils did score with Claude Lemieux on the power play from Peluso and Guerin, but the Kings scored Robitaille and then the immortal Jimmy Carson. Remember him in 1988? They traded for Gretzky, and then he didn't like going to Northern Alberta, so he whined and got a trade to Detroit for Joe Murphy. Montreal, Gagne, 5-3. Patrick Roy must have been in net. The Leafs lose to Florida 4-1 as Potvin loses to Johnny Van Beesbrook. Ken Baumgartner, the immortal Ken Baumgartner, scored for the Leafs. Panthers, Jody Hall, Gord Murphy, Jesse Belanger, and Brian Benning. So yeah, the Rangers fortunately have the day off to fix their problems, or try to. Boston beat Calgary 5-2. The Cupcakes went to Chicago and lost 3-1 as Belfort took down Hextall. Stu Thomas did score the opening goal for the Cupcakes from Marty McGinnis, but Chicago got Ron Sutter, or is it Rich Sutter? I don't know which Sutter it is. Jerry Roenick and Michel Goulet scoring goals. Fukuda, he fought Jeremy Roenick. Surprised Fukuda still was in the league at the time. Leafs beat the Wings in overtime 6-5. Potvin took down Shovel Day. Not Chrysler, Shovel Day. Detroit did go up 2-0. The Leafs power play overtime goal by Gilmore from Chris Govendaris and Jimmy McCowan. Chris Govendaris. Yikes. That's a weird name. Anyway, I think I have his card with the Whalers. But anyway, the Red Wings. Darren McCarty, Stevie Yzerman, Slava Kozlov, Sheldon Kennedy, and Marty LaPointe. Toronto, Glenn Anderson, Doug Gilmore, Rob Pearson, Wendell Clark, and Glenn Anderson again. And the Flyers did beat the Nordiques 5-4 as Russell beat Tebow. Philly scored the first 3 goals and didn't hold up. Mark Recchi, Slava Busayev, Mark Recchi got the hat trick, and then he scored again. So Recchi scored 4 goals on Quebec. Quebec got Matt Sundin, Scott Young, Vladdy Kaminsky, and Andrei Kovalenko. The 5th, the Rangers are off again. Still licking their wounds from that 4-0 loss. The Devil Dogs lose to the Ducks 4-2 as Brodeur went down to Guy Haber. Nice. Ducks scored those goals early often. Corey Millen and Stefan Riche did score for the Devils, but the Ducks got Joe Sacco, Todd Ewing, Terry Yake. Remember those guys? And Washington with a 3-2 win over Vancouver as Tabarachi took down McLean. Vancouver did score first, Pavel Bure, his 18th, and then Courtnall scored for the Canucks. But the Washington goals, Peter Bondra, Todd Krieger, and Keith Jones. Remember him? Yeah. Winnipeg's the worst team in the league, I think, right? Rangers head to La Belle-Provence against Quebec. And it will be Richter against Stéphane Fiset. So, Friese will be in net. Thibaut, Kluche, and Garth Snow were the other goalies for the Nordiques. Rangers have Victor. Now the players: Matt Sundin, Mike Ricci, Joe Sakic, Vladdy Kamensky, Scott Young, Ian Fraser, Andrei Kovalenko, Claude Lapointe, Martin Rushinsky, Craig Lewin, and Chris Lindbergh, Martin Jelena, yeah, that's him, Alex Guzarov, Curtis Lucian, Dave Karpa, Steve Finn, Chris Simon, Mike McKee, Reggie Savage, Adam Foote, and Thomas Sogin. So here we go. DC 16 minutes. Fant, Bateau, Quebec, lancez un bantage. 14 minutes. 14 de le Buteau. Penalty pour the Rangers. Nick Kiprios, 2 minutes. Quebec. Non, Sakic, pas de la tir. Quebec. Non. Kamensky, pas de Rangers. No. Montage. 6 minutes. Battle 7. Control 19. Défense 5. Action. Ocho. Sakic. On va attendre. 2 minutes de jeu. Enforcer. Ingression. Rangers. C'est 0-0. Première période de jeu. Rangers 6. Victoire 6. Défaite 2. Égalité. Québec 3. Victoire 9. Défaite 2. Égalité. 16 minutes de la compte. 14 Budo, agitateur. Pénalité de Québec à Mike Ricci. Rangers de la avantage numérique. Boo! Adam Graves, numéro 8. 8e but à Subov et Tony Amante par l'assist. Subov 11 assists. Amante numéro 4. 13 minutes. Bateau 18. Bateau de Cachon. Pénalité Québec. Ricci à 2 minutes. Encore une fois. Rangers de la part du numérique. Non, pas de tir de Graves. Ah, Nemchina, pas de tir. 7 minutes. Bateau 10 à 16. Bateau l'enfonçant. Rangers dans la 20. Dernière minute de jeu. Rangers pénalité à Alex Kovalev d'une minute. Québec dans la tour. Et Scott Young, 24 secondes. À Sakic. 4e but de Scott Young. 8e assist de Sakic. 1-1. Deuxième période. C'est la 3e période. Rangers 1, Québec 1. 14 minutes, bateau 10, contrôle 14, défense 19, action? Non, pas de tir de Sundin. 8e minute, bateau 2, contrôle 3, défense 14, action, chance? Non, Gardner, pas de but. 7 minutes, bateau 10, contrôle 10, défense 11, action? Boo! De la Rangers! Eddie Weekend, now let's check. Heave ho, let's go! Premier boot de la saison. Le 6 de Subov, numéro 12, et Mike Garner, numéro 6 pour la saison. 2-1 Rangers. Voilà, Eddie Ochak. Wave, remonte. 5e minute, battle 1, contrôle 12, défense 4. L'action, pas de tir de Sundin. C'est tir numéro 1, Sakic, pas de tir. Dans le filet, pas de tir de Lucian et Rangers gagné 2-1. Quelle victoire de les Rangers? Ici, la statistique, Rangers gagné 2-1. Rangers a 7 victoires, 6 défaites, 2 tirs à égalité. Québec a de 3 victoires, 10 perdus et 2 égalités. Richter gagné à Fissé. Rangers à la 4 minutes 16 secondes de la deuxième période de l'avantage numérique. Graves, 8e but à Subov et Monté. they say Reki le penalty du slush. Agent. Kiprios, I don't know, Trebuchet, Riche, penalty du écrans, et Kovalev pour les crash. Cooking. Quebec, à 19 minutes 36 secondes de l'avantage numérique avec Kovalev. Scott Young, 4 buts de Sakik. Et les Rangers, 12 minutes 4 secondes. Olchuk, but Subov et Gardner. Olchuk. C'est le premier toit de le match. Alright, so the Rangers win. Now that's autoplay of the day because guess what? We must. Tampa, Boston tie. Pittsburgh went to Los Angeles and won 7-4. Ken Reagan beat Rob Stauber. Kings, that goes by Tony Granado, Luke Robitaille, Rob Blake, and Alex Shitnick. But the Penguins rolled Mike Stapleton, Gord Brown, I guess it is, Larry Murphy, Ron Francis, Joey Mullen, Yammer Yager, and then Kevin Stevens. So 7 different Penguins scored. Montreal, Gagne, I think that's the next game for the Rangers is in Montreal. Logically, if it's you go to Quebec, you gotta go to Montreal. Hartford beat the Cupcakes 5-1. Sean Burke beats Ron Hextall. The only undergoal was Pierre Turgeon from Tom Curvers. Leaf fans will curse his name forever. Fukuda fought Janssens, but Hartford scored 5 straight goals for Brass Bonanza. Robbie Cron, James Patrick, Jim Sandlack, Andrew Castles, and Brian Marchment. Jim Sandlack, Kitchener. Must say that. And the Flyers beat the Leafs 4-3. The Flyers? Seriously, the Flyers? Leafs lose? Dominic Russo, the hero. Fuck. Leafs goes by Rob Pearson, Johnny Cullen, and Wendell Clark. Philly goes by Yasso Veronic, Kevin Dineen, and the Big E, Eric Lindros in Toronto. Fuck that guy. So the Rangers are not playing on the 7th, on the Sunday. On the, well, I would say the Sabbath, but obviously I'm wrong. Buffalo beat Boston. Pittsburgh went to Anaheim 3-2. They had the California double. Barrasso beats Tucknut. No, sorry. They would do the triples, I was saying. But Barrasso beat Tucknut nevertheless. Pittsburgh goes by Dave Brown, Martin Streka, and Mario Lemieux. Anaheim goes by Bill Holder twice. And he's a defenseman. Flyers went home and took down the Canucks 8-3. Russo took down Kirk McLean. Ranger fans can smile because of how the Rangers lost to these guys 4-0. Flyers goes Father Buzeov, Michael Renberg, Kevin Dineen, Craig Hoggood, Yves Racine, and Eric Lindros. So it was 7-0 at one point. Mark Recchi also added one. Canucks had goals by Pavel Bure, and Yerky Lume. Bure, 2 goals. He's at 20. Quebec beat Florida, and the Devil Dogs went to San Jose, won 5-2 as Brodeur took down Arthur Zerbe. Devils goals by Valery Silopukin, Scott Stevens, Kitchener, John McLean, Bobby Carpenter, Randy McLean. Kane. With Pat Falloon and Otto Morel scoring for the Sharkies. So, yeah. Oh, they go home to play Tampa. I don't know why they don't go home. Go to Montreal. Anyway, the Rangers are 3rd in their division. Well, it's a 3-way tie with the Devils and the Caps, but because Devils and Caps have fewer games played than the Rangers, they're technically first place. Look how tight it is in the Atlantic. The Oilers are last in the Atlantic, and they're 3 points back. I think this game really is putting up like the closeness factor and not making blowouts. Anyway, Montreal leads the Northeast with Pittsburgh at 21 points, but look how pathetic the Northeast is. Well, 3 teams are in. The Central also has 3 teams in right now. Winnipeg's 1-12-2. Yikes. Look at that. Dallas leads the Central with Detroit and Chicago. Toronto wouldn't make the playoffs. Yikes. Ducks are leading the Pacific alongside Calgary. Calgary has 5 ties. Yikes. Tampa's 4. So yeah. Ottawa's 3-9. Yeah, but Winnipeg's 1-12-2. I gotta look. Edson, Beauregard, and Mike O'Neill. Obviously, they don't have Shovel Day yet. So, Edson has been... Mike O'Neill, they won the game. The early game was a shutout win. Wow. I can't believe it. Edson says 0-10-2. Beauregard's 0-1-1. Mike, Keep Kachuk and Thomas Steen are keeping the faith, but they might move soon. The only win was against the Blackhawks. Wow. These guys are idiots. Might as well give you the Rangers summary right now. There's 7-6-2. Richter's 4-2-2. Healy's 3-3-1. Points: Messier leads with 14. Graves and Zubov each have 13. Greg Gilbert, Joey Kosher, and Nick Kyrgios have just one puny little fucking point. Graves with 8 goals to lead the team, with Kovalev 7 and Mike Garner 6. Assists: Zubov has 12. Messier has 11. Turcotte has 7. Look at the guys with only 1 goal. Tegan and Zubov, Bukaboom, Hudson, Olchuk, Jay Wells, and Darren Turcotte. I thought Turcotte had like at least a few. Fuck. Anyway, the standings, see the extended standings. The Rangers are 4-5 at home, 3-1-2 on the road. Man, they love playing away from the pressures of Madison Square Garden. Washington has yet to lose a home game in regulation. They've had they had a tie. And on the road, Chicago's 0-4 on the road. Wow, they've only played 4 road games. Winnipeg has yet to win on the road. Their only win was against Chicago on home turf. And lots of teams have struggled on the road. Tampa's only got 1 road win. I think that was at the Rangers' expense, if memory serves me right. But Quebec and Ottawa also doing that. But yeah, I think Tampa's only road win was at our expense. It was. It was the 5-3 game. Fuck. Seedings, well, the Rangers would be number 6 and would play Pittsburgh in the first round. Philly would play Montreal. Florida would play New Jersey. And Washington would play Boston. In the meantime, in the West, there would be Chicago, Dallas, San Jose, Anaheim, California, LA, Detroit, and Vancouver, Calgary, if everything ends today. Highlights: Rangers' best win was against Washington, worst defeat against Vancouver, of course. 12 hat tricks in fall. Fedorov, Stephen King, Keith Primo, Vince Stamkos, Jim McKenzie, Dave Gagne, Cam Neely, Yuri Himalev, Pavel Bure, Benoit Hogue, Martin Straka, and Mark Recchi. Well, Recchi had 4-goal game. Memorable games: they put the Dallas-Ottawa game when Ottawa won 6-5 in number 1. Ottawa, Philly 6-5 number 2, and Toronto-Detroit third with 31 goals scored. The highest Rangers game score is 24 against Buffalo, and a loss. And that's the only one in the top 30 for the game score for the Rangers. That's kind of pathetic, don't you think? Well, anyway, that's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm Jeff Diamond. Adieu. Shut up, Cutter.